record.
Although the political situation is changing rapidly, I do think 2 points need to be made. First, it is important to emphasize that it is the economic crisis and political conditions in Indonesia and the Indonesian government's mishandling of the crisis that have led to a loss of confidence in the government by the Indonesian people and the global financial markets. All of this, in turn, exacerbated the current economic problems and led to political instability. The IMF reform program was a response to the economic crisis, not a cause. As a result of the recent situation in Asia, the IMF's normal financial resources are approaching a historically low level, and the IMF does not have sufficient funds to deal with a truly major crisis. For instance, if the Asian crisis were to deepen and spread, or if a new crisis were to develop. It is in our economic interest to have that vulnerability exist for as little time as possible.
Many argue that the Asian crisis should be allowed to run its course without support from the International Monetary Fund or the bilateral financial backing of other nations. They asserted that allowing this crisis to play out, while doubtless having additional negative effects on growth in Asia and engendering greater spillovers onto the rest of the world, would not likely have a large or lasting impact on the United States and the world economy. They may well have been correct in their judgment, and some would argue that events over the past 6 months have proved them right. We have so far avoided the type of continuing downward spiral that some feared. There was and is, however, as the Secretary has just pointed out, a small but not negligible probability that the upset in East Asia could have unexpectedly large negative effects on Japan, Latin America, and Eastern and Central Europe that in turn could have repercussions elsewhere, including the United States. Thus, while the probability of such an outcome may be small, its consequences, in my judgment, should not have been left solely to chance.